Tonight,
Good morning and happy new day.
Prophet, just go on.
My name is Governor
I want
Ezioku.
you to be here tonight. And I
You're
may see
welcome.
the glory of God before you. And I have a message for you tonight
Good morning
also.
to you.
And Pastor, the message comes from
You're welcome.
2 Corinthians chapter 5 from verse 10. The Bible you read. The Bible says that for all shall appear before the judgment
You're welcome
seat of God.
here.
He said all shall appear. The same scripture in Romans chapter 14. The Bible says all shall appear before the judgment seat of God.
You're welcome. Before you go out this morning, that I may speak to you. Mr. Diora, you're welcome.
At the end of the day,
Governor Ezioku loves you. You're all welcome here. Good morning. That I may leave a drop of knowledge upon you this morning. N'ụbọchị oke iwe ọ ga-adịrịrị egwu n'ụbọchị oke iwe. In few minutes, let's make sure we pick something here. Dozie, you're welcome, brother. Ọ ga-adịrịrị egwu nwanne m n'ụbọchị oke iwe. Onye mmụọ. N'ụbọchị oke iwe, the Shanamites. N'ụbọchị oke iwe. Governor Ezioku loves you. Good morning, everyone. This morning, that I may not take much of your time, do you know, a few days ago, we saw on the news or on the internet, people were complaining about the demolition of 6th Avenue. Videos were sent to me. People expected me to post it as they sent to me, but I had to do findings to it. And I took about 2-3 days. Yesterday, I didn't post anything here. I wasn't even chanced yesterday. I had to look into this demolition in Lagos. And the essence of me checking is this. Can this thing happen to us, the Igbos, or can this thing happen to any other person in any other state? The answer is yes, it can happen.
There was a video trending online a few days ago where a former governor was crying.
Aquasia, you're welcome.
I don't know if it's a doctor.
Now listen to me.
But at that point,
On investment, you must be careful. While you are investing on anything, you must be very, very careful. And I need you to listen to me now, this morning.
there comes a time when money cannot save you.
6th Avenue, the demolition of 6th Avenue and the demolition in Trade Fair. Can we look at the cause? Or is it just an Igbo thing? I like us to ask deep questions into this. Sinclair, you're welcome. In every space of demolition, people will always cry, Igbos, 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 Igbos property. And before the law, where you built that your house, the question is, did you build it on a lawful ground and it was demolished? How did you acquire that land? Did you acquire that land illegally or legally? People will hardly accept this truth. This video I am making now, people will be against it. Somebody asked me a question that why couldn't I say something that very dark man is spoiling the business of the Igbos. And I gave the person my own response. He felt bad. He hung the call on me and I smiled. The young man, I don't blame him in one way. Because an Igbo man will buy a car for $2,000 and sell it to his brother for 18 million naira. Can we check the custom duty of that car? They did not also pay the full custom duty. Everybody who bought car from abroad, ask them what they passed through at the hands of our Igbo brothers. They will tell you that this car is 30 million. You will give them 30 million naira, expecting them to pay the full duty on that car. They will never pay. These people will just pay little to sort their way out. They will deliver this car to you in Lagos. Ask them why couldn't they deliver it to your doorstep in Southeast? Because they know what they have committed. They might also deliver it to your doorstep in the East. Why? Because they've collected 300,000 naira out of that money to pay a driver. But can you move that same car to Lagos and come back the upper week? The answer is no. Custom will seize that vehicle from you on the road. Why? Because your brother has defrauded you back home. You bought this car for $3,000. Why are you selling it 20 million naira to your brothers here? And even at that, you still pay lesser custom duty. Why? Only we knows what we pass through on the road. Oga, if you pay the full custom duty, custom no go worry me for road. I will go with my car. Ubonchi okipe iregu Ogadi iregu nwanne n'ụbọchị okiwe. The Shanamites, you know ya, Ido.
Some people are going to churches not because they are born again. No.
Is this wickedness or not? Some of those things you said to our brothers here are very expensive. You bought them at a cheaper rate. We are not asking you not to make progress. Make your profit, make your progress, Oga. But allow us to breathe a bit. The inflation, they will target that Tinubu is in power. Things are difficult. No. The major tariff you pay, the tariff you pay, the custom tariff you pay, it does not amount to the amount of money or to the price you are tagging these goods. Why? Because prices are not regulated. So many things are adding up to the pressures our people are facing. This is very, very bad. So the young man went to China and saw the need to strike you because you've demonstrated wickedness. So why are you complaining? Why are you complaining? Because your madness, your evil. Our people are so funny that if somebody buy a car of 30 million naira, if you ask him, you say the car is 60 million naira. Car dealers does it. Why? Now back to my message. That was my response to the person. He offed the phone. Now, on that Sister Avenue demolition in Lagos, not only content creators will be so quick to run there to make video. Make your findings. Now let me off the music. Now listen to me. Sister Avenue is a federal government property and not even Lagos State. Now, Sister Avenue was built around First Tax 77. First Tax 77 by federal government. It is supervised and was established by Federal Housing Estate Authority. Now, the level of land that was acquired by federal government acquired that land in 1977. No, 76/77. They acquired that land from state government, Lagos state government, federal government acquired that land from them. Now, because they could not finish that project, because federal government did not finish using their land, They left the other part of it, but their in-beacon is still there. The original Soviet plan is still there. It's still in their system. Federal Housing Authority still have the original Soviet plan of that land. They acquire from Lagos State government. Somebody commented here and said, I hate Igbos. I get that from this page. Where's that idiot in the VC? Our brothers will never accept the truth. That is their problem. Now listen to what I'm going to analyze here. After everything, you will know how to invest and be careful. Landed property is not an easy something. It's not an easy journey. That is why while acquiring it, you must be careful. There is a place in River State where I bought about 4 plots of land then. And while I bought this land, I made a mistake. I never knew that that place was captured in Greater Port Harcourt. It was captured in Greater Port Harcourt, signed by the former governor of River State, Rotimi Chibika Amechi. So any land you buy there is illegal. I had to do away with that land. I had to do away with that land. You see the way life is. I had to do away with that land. Before you buy any land, especially in Lagos or anywhere, check, verify that land. Now, what happened? You may be in Lagos and you don't know about this thing. Use your computer very, very well. So, verify these things I am telling you. Now, some 7-8 years ago, the Federal Housing Estate Authority wrote to these people saying that this land, these places where you have built house, belongs to us. It belongs to federal government, not even the Lagos State government. That this land belongs to Federal Housing Estate Authority. Now, what you're going to do, you have already built in this land. Come, let us give you amnesty. Buy. Apply to us, pay us some 20 million naira that we may give you original covered C of O. Since the Omoniless have sold this place to you, come, ask the original landlords there. All these things bloggers are saying online. Why are the landlords not showing their faces on camera saying these things by themselves? These are facts and verifiable. Go and check. Don't stop on the air because they want to deceive me. They are demolishing Igbo properties. When they demolish Igbo properties unjustly, I know. Before you buy land, they verify that a Yoruba man bought a land from his fellow Yoruba brother and stayed there for 20 years or for 10 years or for 15 years does not guarantee that he owns that land originally. When they ask you, who did you bought the land from? You said, I bought it from one Yoruba man. He has lived there for 20 years. There are people who has lived in someone's house for 15 years. That does not amount that they are the owners of the land. There are places you see Kwako houses, such as Bacha. Somebody may stay in your land for 10 years without hearing from you. The next thing they start doing is just like church. They will start putting blocks. So that person has lived there for 20 years does not mean that that person owns that land. If you go to Transamade, okay, somebody just commented now. Somebody just read the comment of the last commenter here. He said the same thing happened to my company in Port Harcourt. We bought land within the greater Port Harcourt, and the government refused to issue CFO for the land. We quickly sold it. That is what all of us did. This guy now knows what he's saying. There are places, if you before you buy land, they check very, very well. Let me tell you one significant thing. A friend of mine, he will later watch this video today. If he's not online now, he will watch this video. If a close friend of mine called me and said that Governor Zogu, he would like me to follow his in-law to inspect a land in Enugu before he will pay. So I followed. Listen to me. Okay, somebody commented again. Oyema said, during the time of Jonathan, the Minister of Housing, Miss Amma Pelly, he said, came to the place, Sister Avenue. She warned the people to stop building there. But our Igbo brothers wouldn't listen. This is pure. What this person is saying now is real. I made my deep findings to this. But you see our people crying. Haga choka haga shi okoti shindi Igbo. Ujoya or cause a problem somewhere. They will not tell you the real truth. The truth is what I am telling you here. Don't mind those bloggers. They lack findings. Brothers, back to what I was telling you. That guy asked me to join his in-law to Enugu that he wants to buy land because he lives abroad and he's one of my super fans here. That guy does not do anything without letting me know. He involves me in most of the things he does. Hold on. The guy does not do anything without involving me. So he told me that I must see the land before he pay. I left Port Harcourt to Enugu. When we got to the place they showed me, if you look down, you will see a roof. I timed that roof. I looked at that roof. I looked at that roof. I had to time that roof from far. I said to them, I like to get to that place. So while they are discussing, I left. This idiot who came and commented there. You know, you will never accept the truth. Look at what this one said. He said, why are you doing this to your people? The truth is bitter in his ears. Somebody should tag his comment back. Can block all idiots who you refuse to have common sense. Out of what I am saying now, you may not be able to learn anything, and I will buy you from. Where is that idiot? Where is his comments? Hold on, let me block this idiot. Get out from this page. They will never accept the truth. That is their problem. Tell them truth. They will never. Bunch of idiots. Come and get away from here. You are barred from this page. Where is the next idiot? Comment rubbish. Let me bar you from here, you fool. They will never learn. He will still fall victim. Welcome back, everyone. Now listen to me. When I went to inspect that place for that my friend, so I sighted the roof down. I felt somehow, so I intelligently left them. I walked down there. I discovered that that thing is a primary school. I discovered that the roof down there, down is a primary school. So they tried to convince this guy, telling him that the land faced this side. Why did you show us this side? Do you know the sign I saw there that made me say no to the land? I said to the guy, no. I saw Melina. I saw Melina. And that Melina is, of course, you know how they plant Melina those days. So I saw Melina. One at the middle. If you look at this side, you see another one. This side, you see another one. So I intelligently watched the Melina from this other angle. Straight. If you time down, you see another Melina down. If you stand this side, you can only see one from this lane. Which means those Melina were planted straight. Listen to me so that your brain will be working. I know that anywhere they plant Melina, that place is related to government land or property. Did you get what I am saying? I know that anywhere they plant Melina, that thing, that land is somehow related to government. In those days, around 1960s, 60 something, thereabouts. Remember the history of Melina. Melina is a tree. It's like mahogany tree. If you went to primary school within the southeast region, you see Melina. Or south. In those days, you must see Melina in there. This Melina, anywhere they plant it, ask your elder brothers, ask questions. Anywhere they plant that thing is not ordinary. It's like a government-owned tree. It was brought by the Britain. They planted it that time for their economical gain. That was why they brought Melina. So the moment I sighted Melina in that land, I said no. I told them I'm about leaving. So I left Enugu, and when I got back to Port Harcourt, I called the guy and spoke to him. I said, don't buy. The roof down there cannot be government primary school or secondary school. Then down here, you have land. It's not possible. Anywhere you see Melina, don't buy. That's what I said to the guy. You watching me, you know the gospel truth. This thing was planted expressly by the Britain. Before you buy land, you must check. Be very, very careful. Do you know that you can buy land today? The problem will not arise 10 years later. This is the way it is. Our people will never accept the truth. When I said to the guy, don't buy, thank God he listened to me. While I was speaking and explaining these things to him, he said, wow. Because this guy cannot just bring out money, foot my bills for me to come from Port Harcourt to Enugu. Then because you are my friend, then I will not. Before you sent me to Enugu and before I accepted, I am prepared, or I have prepared my heart to deliver good observation to you. Just because of that Melina I saw. The agent does not know about this. His relatives, their brain did not get there. The moment I sighted Melina and looked at the other side, I saw another Melina down. I had to enter the bush a bit. I discovered another Melina. I said, no. Maybe they must have uprooted those things so years ago and decided to sell that land. But somehow, some of the seeds grew up again. Yes. Emeka James. In those days, before government started putting this cement electric poles now, they used to use that Melina for electric pole. Everybody, many of you, any woody electric pole you see in those days in Nigeria, were all Melina. Yes, somebody says you need to see the type of tree. I will find a way today. I will find a way today. I must make video of it and post here for you to see. No, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Jonathan, John Frank said that I am putting fear in him that he just bought land. No, don't be afraid, brother. Before you pay for any land, every land has history. There is no land that does not have history. It's like a car. Any car you see, they have history. Do your deep findings before you buy. But my brothers in Lagos, what do you do? And Omonile will sell land to you, Omonile, without you verifying from the Lagos state government. Somebody said that, Benedict, you said that that is not enough. Benedict, there can't be primary school just about 3 poles away from there, and you are selling land here, government primary school or secondary school. I no go buy. I no go buy. You think about it, 3 poles, and here the let's say about 2 poles now. You get the roof of that government school. Then at the back like this, you want me to buy land, and there is Melina tree there. I will not buy. I will go. That tree, go and ask your elder brothers. That tree alone, according to somebody here, is a big signal. In those days, it's only government through the. In fact, it was the Britain Empire that planted those things here. So they will cut down those trees, take it to their country. In fact, they were using even the leaves of the paper to produce exercise books and plantain leaves. Go and verify this thing I'm telling you. Marabichi, you're welcome. Before you buy, check. So did our brothers in Sixth Avenue verify these things before they started buying? Do you know that there are places the federal housing authorities mapped out just for table tennis ground? Do you know that they've resold those places to our Igbo brothers? They bought it. You know that this thing is wrong. You bought there. You built house there. Some places they mapped out for erosion controls has been bought over by our people. So an Omonile, whose father, as at 25 years ago, had nothing, will just sell a land for you for 100 million naira. You will buy. Around 6th Avenue, they are selling land there for 150 million naira. And these our brothers are buying. So after you must have bought that land, you will lay a house of 200-300 million naira, 400 million naira on top an illegal land. I like to give you a solution. I will give you a solution now to something. Now, funny enough, the Yorubas are not also happy that your houses are being demolished. Many of them are not happy. But would they have say over it? The answer is no, because it is their uncles who resold the government land to you. Check the process of that land. The government, the federal government, truly acquired that land from the Lagos state government, and the Lagos state government settled the indigents. Somebody commented again. He said that sometimes government will write stop work. They will ignore and continue building. That is how they do nationwide. Me, where I built my first house in this state, I paid, I verified. I went to Ministry of Lands, I verified, because I can't put up 100 million, 50 million naira into a particular structure. At the end of the day, Caterpillar will just face it and push it down. It is wrong. Listen to me. This is how intelligence works. Do you know that I also followed a friend of mine who wants to buy a house, and I looked at the house. The house is new, and the man brought out deed of conveyance, you want to sell a house with deed of conveyance, we will not buy. If you like, let it be that your wife and your children signed to it, we will not buy. One, listen to me. The normal process I will buy a house from you is this. The receipts of some of the materials you bought from door, even if you didn't buy block, from door, the receipt of the door, the roof, the wood. If you want to roof a 3-bedroom flat now, be looking at 1.something million naira to 2 million naira for the wood as of today. So you can't tell me that you bought a wood of 1,900,000 or 1,750,000 from somebody and the person did not give you receipt. You can't tell me you bought ties of over 4 million naira from somebody, the person did not give you receipt. You can't tell me that you bought a roof of over 7 million naira to 8 million or 10 million naira roofing sheet and the person did not give you receipt. All these receipts will be combined together. What I will be checking is the same signature. Let me see if it is your signature on the roof, the signature on this and that. I will verify all these crownings because nobody will just carry 200 million naira or 100 million naira and give it to buy a property. Learn. Make your head not too block. Learn. Not somebody will just go and bring a deed of conveyance. What has deed of conveyance got to do with the structure therein? Lawrence Chidozie, get out from this page now. Delete your comment now. Or in the next 5 minutes, if you don't delete this comment now, I'll block you now. You say I hear 4.5 billion in a Zion. And you don't even know how to write well. Delete this thing now and stay quiet on the corridor, or I'll block you from here. Because while we are teaching sense, so many of you idiots will never queue up to the truth. Delete in 5 minutes now, or I block you from here. Delete that same comment by yourself now. Somebody commented again, KC. He says it is planted. Melina is planted all over public schools in Onisha those days. He's right. Somebody commented again, okay, Friday. You are just learning this one now. He says that he has fallen victim. Oh yeah, the two of you, Chris Bucci and that Lawrence Chidozie who failed to delete his comment. The both of you leave this page right now. Where is that? Bucci, you first. Okay, I will leave that Lawrence. Bucci says see order. I will leave the Lawrence who committed the thing because he didn't respond harshly any further. He kept quiet. So you, Chris Bucci, you'll be the one to chop the blocking now. Get that from this page. Anompama. Oh yeah. Then the Lawrence will remain. Lawrence be corrected. So, okay, Friday, you've learned this one. Before you buy a house, ask the person of certain intelligent receipts. Compare them. Check his signature. Check dates. When you check the date of the day he bought the roof, be calculating the distance. From that one, you calculate the day they registered the survey plan to urban and regional planning. I mean the house plan to urban and regional planning. Check if it was duly registered. The survey plan of the land, check if it was duly registered. These are the things an intelligent lawyer will check before he tells you to pay. We will compare all these receipts, compare all of them together and find out. From those receipts, you will know when they finish that house. You cannot buy electric wire of 2-3 million naira and the person will not issue you receipt. A receipt of of something you bought 2-3 million naira. You can't just throw the receipt away now. It's a huge amount of money. Even if you lost that receipt, go back to that place. If the person says that he does not have those receipts, tell the person to go back there. If you buy like my houses in the village, some of the roof I bought it from Divine Gate in Owerri, opposite Air Force. The other ones I bought from Galaxy Roof and Tiles, Ngopala. So if I go back to those companies and tell them I want to sell my house, the receipt of the roof I bought from you, then I don't longer have the receipt. They will check their invoice. Through their invoice, they will copy a new one to me with the same old date. So I will bring it. Divine Gate bears me witness. This is the way it is. You can go back there and ask them to reintroduce that same receipt to you. They will introduce it. Keep all those receipts. They are important. You will not know the importance of those things until court begins to point at you and ask you those questions tomorrow. Learn. I don't just come online to shout or scream on top of my voice. No. I'm here to impact into you. Okay. Somebody said, Mohammed said, if you want to sell phone as of today, you must give them receipt, which is right. Now, if you want to sell this phone and you don't longer have the receipt, you know what you will do? Go back to the same place you bought this thing, this phone. Tell them your name. That's why they ask you your phone number. If you want to buy phone from Samsung, they will put those things on system. If you forget the exact, just call your phone number. They will slot it into the system. Ask you like what date or year. They will give you those receipts. That is why if you want to buy door, if you want to buy your house door, yes, it is good to buy from individuals who does not have address, but think of tomorrow. That is why you go to some companies and buy door. Even if they are selling it expensive, there's no problem. The company will be there the next 10-20 years. Check. Even you self, sometimes the chronicles of your brain will speak to you. If you buy a new phone, the carton, before you throw it away, no be today journey, the receipt, you put it inside and keep it either inside your wardrobe, because your spirit still tells you that accountability may arise one day. Learn. Don't be an empty head. The worst thing you can do to yourself, if you followed me for some time and one day you come up here to write something that pushed me to block you, you won't. Those guys I blocked as at last week, the ones I blocked as at this morning, would they ever learn this thing? Somebody said they say, Sana fake receipts make me japa from Niger. Do you know that they can convict somebody in court because of fake receipts? Those receipts are important. Anything you buy, whether POP material, get the receipt. Or guy, if it takes you ironing, iron them and keep it. Your papa knows the value of receipt. That is why if you go back, some landed properties in the village that your father told you that he owns, or somebody borrowed money from him with the land, tell them to document it. Anything that is written, signed, and well dated has voice more than the living. What I'm telling you, do you know that receipts, a receipt wrote or an agreement wrote as around 80 years ago can speak volume today in court? You will lose. Be careful. So what our people were doing in Lagos, they were buying waterways. They will just go and buy because an Omonile sold to you. He told you that that's his ancestral compound. Check around those places they are selling all those kind of properties to you, that they told you that it is the ancestral family land. Family land at what distance? Where are you from? When they sell that land to you now, they will run back to their own village. They will run back to their own state. Many of them are from Osun State. Somebody from Osun State, because he speaks Yoruba and has certain marks on his face, and he flogs his chest and tells you that he has stayed there for 10 years. Some of those places are no man's land. They are owned by government. So the Yoruba man will sell it to you, and you know how wicked they are. They will stay. Hold on, let me block another idiot. Now listen. When the Yoruba man comes at the middle of where the Igbos are in Lagos, he will just use 200,000 or 300,000 those days and buy land from. These people can be patient and just buy that land from his fellow moneyless. They will allow him. He also knows that they will sell it cheap for him because he knows that they are not indigenous, and they know that he is not also from there. Just that they speak the same language. He will stay there. Hence the land, the Igbos will start buying, and that place will turn money. He's staying there illegally because he has lived there for 20, 30 years. An Igbo man will come and approach him. And you know that they are now selling land around that area. 150 million. You go and price the Yoruba man 100 million. You will say, okay, bring money. You will give him 100 billion naira. The man will relocate to Osun State. No address, nothing whatsoever. Even if he goes to arrest this man tomorrow, his ancestors does not worth 50 million. You will pay him illegally and acquire that land. At the end of the day, he will frustrate you. You will come and build a house of 200-300 million naira there. And then they demolish it. You fail to follow the right source. Any day they demolish it, you start crying, you start calling my attention. If we refuse to blog it or post, you begin to tag us Sabo, Thunder Babuogi that place. It is you that refuse to have sense, and that's why I'm telling you now. Do you know why the demolition stopped in trade fair? To show you how deep I do my findings, and I'll keep quiet. Why did they stop the demolition? That particular land is not owned by Lagos State government. That land, that particular trade fair land or soil today is owned by federal government. It is owned by Federal Housing Authority. That was why when they stepped in, they had to stop the demolition. These places I'm mentioning now, I have a boss who has properties in this area. So even if I lack wisdom in it, if I ask him, he will tell me the gospel truth. He's a super investor in Lagos and does not care to make one single mistake. He does not care to compromise anything. He will tell you, no. Let me shock you. If you carry your house plan, for example, you want to build one decking, and you are in Lagos, suddenly they gave you an approval for one decking, and all of a sudden you ended up adding 2 decking on top of that house. Do you know it's against the rules? Now what do? The mistake has been done. No government will prosecute you for that single error. So far the foundation is solid. Go back to them, tell them to re-register it for you. Because when you want to sell this property tomorrow, the persons who wants to buy will see it 1 decking on the paper and 2 decking physical. This is why you may keep your property for sale. The property will be there for 13 months or for one year and or for 2 years. Nobody is coming to buy it due to certain technical errors. Leno. So the C of O or the deed of conveyance of the land, the surveyor plan will be bearing another year. Then the structure, the plan of the house that was registered with OCDA or Ministry of Urban and Regional Planning is 1 decking, and suddenly you added 2 or 3 decking there, which means you are a scammer. In countries where things are done rightly, you go to jail. But since Nigeria has the privilege of pardoning you, go back and re-register that thing, so that when you want to sell it, it will collaborate. And even if you don't do it now, you will start regretting tomorrow, because the approval you got as at 8 years ago, what if they have changed seal? What if they change seal? So the structure will be 10 years older than the stamp of the urban and regional planning. Wake up. If you don't know, ask. The Bible says, is any of you lacking, are there some of you lacking wisdom? Let him ask, that he will get divinely. Common sense. You may have money, but you are an idiot. You may have money and you lack sense. You may have money and you'll be sick. You might not also have money and you'll be wise. Aliko Dangote does not have PhD, but he employs people that has PhD masters. So that's why you must ask questions. Investment is very, very good, but be careful while doing it. My name is Governor Ezioku, son of the great Shanamite. Before I stop this live broadcast, in trade fair, that place, you as my brother went and built those plazas. What was that place designed for? On the master plan of that trade fair, what did they design that place for? Is that place not for car park? If it's for car park, who sold it to you? Why? Let me also point at this side. Do you know that I've seen where somebody came to power as a governor? Some government land, he collected them. And he build and plazas now. Me and you talk now. Just one is broken and Igbo. Or Royal plazas. On one of the biggest. He's becoming the biggest landlord. Noboda. Obuga is the biggest landlord in a river state over there. The same thing Omega and Abuja. Forgetting that a duly righteous authority may come to power tomorrow. They will start recovering those things back from you. And this thing should go with intelligence. Because Amaron can get see where some of those properties are gacha. Some of those plazas are na government land. While Oshinoche Pona, those properties, those shops, na Port Harcourt, na those plazas, those big markets, na Oresigazi atundi Ibani, and in Ibani can ask you 20 million, 30 million naira. You can never see me buy such shop because tomorrow you have a problem. Before you separate fights, first separate quarrel. See ahead of time and know what to do. My name is Governor Ezioku, son of the great Shanamite that lives amongst the angels. Thank you for being here. It is morning and for bringing out your time, about 30 to 40 minutes or 1 hour to listen to me. Shows that you're awesome. Governor Ezioku loves you. In everything I do, I will never forget. And I had to call my number here in case so many of you would wish to ask questions because... And if you call me, I didn't pick, write me, somehow, you get in touch with me. So you can always reach me on WhatsApp via this number 090 64 23 57 45. Zero 906 5745. Hold on, let me block one idiot again. This one came and commented. He says Zion don't surprise her. I don't know what's wrong with these idiots. You people will drag my attention to some extent. I will start responding to you guys. If I start responding, I go finish on a video everything, on a show everything. When I do that play, did I talk? But there are things you guys didn't show. I don't want to disgrace you people. And you now, this blessing. I told me disgrace. Disgrace or no? Yesterday, I will be videoing. But rest. I know what I am doing. I am wiser than your father. Wiser than your ancestor. Than your ancestors. That's why you see me keep quiet in certain things. I know when to leave the stage. I know. Oh yeah, get out from this page. Blessing. You will never, your life will remain useless. That's why you can't learn anything from it. Come on, get out. So thank you everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here with me. I believe you've learned something. Lord, I worship you. Higher than the highest. Good morning.